I hate being that one guy on the road just flooding people's eyes with the lifted truck, and so that's why I'm doing this modification. And so this is the box, and it comes with the wiring harness. You can start with that. So the wiring harness is pretty simple. You have a wire that taps into your headlight connector, and that's where it picks up whenever you go between high and low beams. It's got a control box. It's got a positive and negative wire which will run to your battery, and then you have your two connectors for the headlight, this connector and this connector. And so this is for your high beam, this is for your low beam. It's pretty straightforward wiring, and I think they provided additional ones there. And so I'll be finding a better connector for these, because these are not waterproof or watertight, and these are. And so I'll have to see if I can get a 4-pin connector and run them all together. And these are the new LED projectors by Oxbeam, and these are more budget friendly. I went with a dual laser. So you got the laser up top, and then you projector your low and high beam at the bottom. And I've been a fan of Oxbeam. I run their fog lights, my bulbs on the headlights, and then now running these suckers. And these things are really high quality. Like, they're pretty heavy, and we'll be fitting this guy in there. I have some shrouds coming. We'll be arriving here tomorrow, and so I just want to get a head start on cracking those open and getting them painted. And so I'll be doing a black on the interior, and then the shroud I'll be JB welding this on there. And this video was actually really inspired by Austin, and he does a lot of Toyota stuff, and so right now he's doing his Toyota Surf, and that's where I got the idea from, and brought this my way because I was not about to spend $400 or $500 on HID projectors, and these are a better off deal and really good company, and I love them. And so just wanted to do a video on the Tacoma. So Austin did his on the Toyota Surf that he'll be giving away, and I just wanted to show the process of doing this. I went ahead and washed my headlights because it was disgusting, and it's all dry, ready to go. And so I just wanted to go over some of the tools you'll need. They actually make spreaders for these to spread the headlight apart, which I don't have, so we're gonna have to improvise. I've got pretty big screwdriver for leverage. I've got my chisel here, so if I can get in here, use the chisel to kind of spread it apart. Got my panel popper as well. This is a thick one, and so it's not gonna break on us. Got different types of panel popper. I didn't see a need for my long one. The short ones are pretty good. And then I also have the snap-on scraper here, and so I actually do have my long one. And so these are some of the tools I'll be using. And first thing first is tossing this thing in the oven. I'm gonna set my oven to temperature and toss it in there for like 5 to 10 minutes. Let the glue soften up, and then we're just gonna lift some of these tabs here and start spreading this thing apart. And before we go too far, there's a couple bolts on the side here that we have to take off. So I had my headlights in there for less than 3 minutes. And so got it cracked open. We're gonna have to take all this other miscellaneous things apart, but that's the first one. I'm gonna reheat the oven, turn it off, and then toss the next headlight in. Also going to be needing that as well. And basically our projector is going to sit in here, lock it in place in the back, and secure it. I have the next headlight tossed in the oven. I'm going to crack that open. I'm not going to make you guys watch that whole entire thing, so just going to do a time lapse of it. And just like that, that's a wrap. This took about 15-20 minutes to do, and so nothing too crazy. Got the second one all complete, got everything stripped down, and so all the chrome parts is what we're going to be spray painting. The housing is good to go as well. The corner that kind of melted, you can see we're just gonna have to seal it up extra good. There's a little hole there, but other than that little hole, nothing really major, just melted a little bit, as you can see there. And so I don't think this is gonna let any water in as long as we seal it up pretty good on our way back in. Got the turning signal out, the side marker, and this is the lens. I'm gonna be cleaning the inside of it just because I got a little bit of water in there when I was washing the headlights. And yeah, so gonna scuff these up, get them painted, and I'll give them till tomorrow to dry up. Alright, so I took advantage of last night and got the housing scuffed down and painted. They came out amazing. And the shrouds also arrived earlier this morning, which I took advantage of the warmer weather we got and got them painted. Ran into a couple issues here and there, but as you can see, the paint didn't lay down 100%, and you can kind of see some of my fingerprints on there, but no big deal since it's all going to be sealed inside the housing. And another thing I ended up having to do is the shrouds did not come with the switchback lighting for the halo light, so I just ended up going to AutoZone and I got the LED strip. This is a 36 LED strip there that I have in there, and this one is orange, the color that really kind of popped out on me. The other one that I got was this one's here, and started cutting just so I can fold it to work it around in there. And this is white, but I ended up cutting a little too far and only half the LED strip ended up working, and so those just are gonna get tossed out. They're not gonna work. But those were super bright and they were white, but I was going for that orange red look, and so as you can see, this is the 36 LED strip, and what I ended up doing is just running it around in there and then just using hot glue gun to secure everything in place. It's not very pretty, but gets the job done. Same thing on here, and I took that wire and I ran it through with the rest of the wires, and it comes out back here, and I'm just gonna tap into my running light so I can have this constantly on, and that's kind of how everything looks. So what I'm gonna do next here is get these LED projectors installed in the housing, and then go put everything kind of somewhat together, and then go toss it on the car and make sure my beam light is lined up, making sure this thing is straight and it's not to the left or to the right. And so I just did a quick connection here with electrical tape. Still waiting on my 4-way connector to get here so I can connect, so that I can connect the wiring harness all together. And so on this headlight, I don't have the laser tapped into anything, and on that one I have it tapped onto the low beam. I'm gonna shift this and tap it into my high beam and see how I like it. But so far I adjusted the lights a little bit up and made sure everything is aligned. I messed with everything again. I might mess around with it, but everything is all level and good to go. And so yeah, the round circle there is a laser, and then the other one's without the laser. So now I'm just gonna tap into my high beams and see which one I like better. Can't decide whether to tap into my lows or my highs, but at the moment I like how everything is. I'm gonna tighten this down, secure it in place, and then seal these puppies up. All that's left to do now is apply the new seal on here. And so I have the oven warming up just so I can toss it in there and let this get a little soft, and we can seal the lens back up again. So the thing with this here you want to stretch it a little bit, just because it's too thick, and if you were to just apply it on there, a lot of it will squeeze out and you'll be able to see it. So yeah, I want to start at a corner. And just like that, that's a wrap. The headlights look amazing. There's a little bit of imperfections on the lens just from off-roading a lot, but no big deal. Like the black and how everything turned out. I like the little side marker there, and then this one it's got a little tint of yellow, so can't wait to hook everything up. I still have to install the marker lights just because it's a little tight, and rotating this kind of sucked, so I'll find something to grab on that and rotate it back in place. Everything is tested. Seal came out amazing. This corner I went a little bit extra just because I kind of melted this yesterday on the edges here, so I went a little bit heavy on it. But we've got 3 screws on the side here holding the lens in place, and then we've got tabs up top here. And then these tabs on this side as well, holding it in place. But everything looks amazing. Also more tabs at the bottom, holding it in place. But very happy with everything. So gonna go get this installed, wait till it gets to nighttime, go on a little test drive to see how everything is and to aim the headlights. That is a wrap. The shrouds are pretty bright. I am happy with how everything turned out. Turn signal, regular yellow. Side markers, not sure why they're not turning on. Probably the bulbs are burnt out because I'm getting power to the shrouds. I just need to adjust and change out those bulbs. Everything is nice and secure and in place, whereas before I just had a couple clips here and there holding everything together, and I ended up running the wire that goes across underneath the radiator top cover and zip tying and securing everything. And that is the high beam. Oh man, that looks pretty bright. There we go. That is more like it. Everything's lined up pretty decently. I need to move back some more and see how the alignment is, because I'm sure I'll have to lower this just a little bit, maybe halfway there or maybe that other line there. But I'm gonna see what the specs is, how far back I need to move, and adjust my headlight. But once you turn the projectors on, it kind of mellows out the shroud, and so it's not overly too bright. This is the high beams. And that is the low. I think this thing is even brighter than my wife's Lexus there, because she's got the dual projectors on there, and this is just the single with the two lasers. Very happy with how everything turned out. If you guys like the video, please like, comment, subscribe down below, because this was my first time taking the headlight apart and doing this project, whereas I've watched a bunch of people do it on YouTube, and just thought I would do it. I would want to do it one day, and that's the outcome. And so the Tacoma headlights are not too bad, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, comment down below, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.